And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your friend, Cheap Ludes. I'm gonna start this whole debate over the "it's your boy" or "it's your friend" thing. That's like my whole goal this fall. I was gonna say this winter, but I mean, I guess we can kind of carry that over into the winter months. If you guys want to keep the debate going, we could definitely do that. Another Monday, another Shades of pack reveal. Now, I'm not gonna dilly dally too much. Let's get right into it. They actually released it out of order in the opposite order this time, which I thought was kind of weird. I don't really know why they did that. So they did the pink diamond first. Got some heat on the way. Any guesses on who the Shades of is this week? I actually guessed them pretty accurately this week, so I do feel a little bit nice about that. I mean, not obviously not the players who are the quote-unquote Shades of, but the players who are the Shades. I don't know how I would explain that. The rookies I got right. The players who they mimic, I did not. So first things, we got Keegan Murray, and honestly, I didn't even think Chris Middleton, but they said Shades of Chris Middleton. I mean, I guess he's like a 3-and-D offensive threat, but I really did not think Chris Middleton when I saw Keegan Murray. I was thinking of more like a combo forward action, like an Anton Jameson or like an Anton Walker. Somebody like that is kind of more who I associated with Keegan Murray than like Chris Middleton, but either way, Chris Middleton should be good. He's probably going to be a premier shooting guard in this game. Is he going to be as good as like Pink Diamond MJ? No. He'll probably play better at the small forward also, but we could see him sneakily kind of enter some lineups. I think he's going to be like basically a better version of like what Rip Hamilton would bring you at this moment, you know? And you don't have to burn a trophy case player on him, so I feel like that's pretty nice. I guess he's still going to be like 200K, so I wouldn't get too stoked on this one. Like, I wouldn't sit here and be like, yo, Chris Middleton might be cheap. He won't. He won't be. Even though early game Chris Middletons are usually cheaper than the median Pink Diamond price, like, I still wouldn't expect him to be incredibly cheap. Should be good, though. Then we got Dyson Daniels, Shades of Sean Livingston, which actually that's not that bad. That's actually kind of accurate. I kind of forgot all about Sean Livingston, honestly. But, like, those of you who were around back when Sean Livingston, like, came out and entered the NBA, like, he was like one of the next hyped prospects. Like, the hype around Sean Livingston was immense, dude. And honestly, before the gruesome leg injury, which do not look it up, real bad. I'm not even sure if there's video footage on it anymore, but I remember when it happened for sure. Like, Sean Livingston was living up to the hype a little bit for those Clippers squads. That was back when they had Brand, Corey Maggette. I don't know if Coutinho was on those squads at that point, but Brand and Maggette definitely were. Lamar Odom, I don't even think. Back in 04, I'm not sure if he was still there. I don't think he was. I don't think Odom was anymore. I don't think Darius Miles was either. They had kind of broken off that early 2000s team, which, by the way, if you look at that, like, 2002 Clippers lineup, way ahead of its time. Like, way ahead of its time. Like, that team probably would have thrived in today's NBA with the versatility that it had. Stand firm on that. Yeah, I mean, people are sketched out about a 6'8" point guard entering the game, especially with mashing being as big of a problem as it is, for sure. And Sean Livingston is kind of big as well. I want to say, I don't know how big Sean Livingston is. I'll look it up in a second. I want to say he's like 6'6", though. He might be 6'7". I feel like he was big, though, for sure. He always has a butt-ugly jump shot, and I would assume they're going to give him a pretty terrible jumper as well this year, but maybe they kind of switch it up. Maybe they give us like a clean jumper Sean Livingston. And in that case, he should be fire. Dyson Daniels looks like he's not from this earth. Like, he looks like Blueface. What did they do to him? Sean Livingston looks accurate. Then we got the final. We got Shayden Sharpe, Shades of Jalen Green. Now, this one should be good because I think both of these guys are going to be really nice. Almost guaranteed Shayden Sharpe requires steals. I think I said Shayden Sharpe that time. That's a sick name. But Sharpe definitely requires steals. I can say that pretty confidently, and that's about to suck super bad. So you guys should just prepare yourselves for that now, because I guarantee he's going to be really solid. But he's going to require you to do steal-based Evo, which is going to be so trash. Jalen Green should be good, but he'll be super expensive. So, I mean, kind of looking at some of these guys, like we got Shayden Sharpe here. I mean, he's 6'6" with a 6'9" wingspan. He has his own release, and they have it on slow for some reason. I don't really know. They do that for some of the current series players, and I don't really understand why they do that. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, honestly. I mean, I'll test out the jumper. If it's still greenable and kind of decent on slow, it should be looking good on normal tomorrow. He's got Kyrie's behind the back, which honestly not half bad. Like, it's okay. Melo has it. He can move for sure. Kyrie's step back, which is pretty good. Jordan's crossover, which is hit or miss with a lot of people. It is what it is. Jason Kidd size up, which no one else has, actually. So that's kind of interesting. Kobe escape. Breonna Stewart triple threat, which that's the one Derrick Rose has. I hate it, but some people like it. Some people like it on John Morant. I just hate it personally. He should be good, though, depending on his jump shot. I mean, just kind of looking at his stats, too. He's really fast, not the greatest shooter. And I expect that to kind of continue. He's probably going to be like more of a dunking threat than anything. But if he can shoot even halfway, well, we could be looking at a pretty good card. Is he going to be better than like Mathurin? I don't know. It depends on the jump shot, because Mathurin's jump shot is chef's kiss. And if he has to get steals for his Evo, oh man, I don't know. Honestly, if he has to get steals, I'm not sure he's going to be worth it. Chris Middleton should be fire. Like, obviously, we know about Chris Middleton's size at this point. He's only got a 76 three-pointer with his current series card. That is just disrespectful. Look, I know they're not trying to make these overpowered, but like 76 for Chris Middleton? I mean, is he the greatest three-point shooter in NBA history? No, but he's a very good three-point shooter. Like, should have at least given him like an 80 or 81. The 76 just feels like kind of a slap in the face, especially like he's got good badges. He should be a premier 3-and-D shooting guard / wing. I actually like his jump shot a lot this year. Like, his jump shot this year is very clean. He's the only person that has it. Jeff Malone's got the upper, and it's very solid. I think they did a really good job with Tatum and Chris Middleton's jumpers this year. They typically both have like kind of quote-unquote trash jumpers, is what people said, but they're just kind of like middle of the road. But I think both of their jump shots are incredibly good this year. And Chris Middleton, I would be more gassed up about it, but it's like, dude, he's going to be like 200K. And like, I'm not sure it's worth paying 200K for a 3-and-D wing. That's all I'm going to say. Then we got Jalen Green. Jalen Green has his own jump shot this year, which no one else has, so I'm not really sure what's up with that. Trae Young's dribble style, which I'm not the biggest fan of personally, but he does move pretty good if you want to try someone else that has it. Marcus Smart has it. I think anything that Derrick Rose has, I just don't like it. I don't know, man. I feel like I'm really hard on Pink Diamond Derrick Rose, but like, dude, the immense disappointment I feel. The Steph Curry triple threat is solid, though. Jimmy Butler's step back is super solid. Harden behind the back, I don't think I've used it a whole lot. Fred Jones has it, but Fred Jones was just trash too. But he does, actually, Fred Jones feels a lot better once they updated him. So I don't know, actually. Pro crossover, I mean, Pippen has it. Pippen's not great at dribbling, though. Jalen Green should be good, though. It's just a question of, like, is he going to be worth the amount of MT is going to go for? And I'm going to go test all these jump shots out in freestyle before we talk about the market, too. So then we got Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray, once again, has his own jump shot. Looking at his current series card, not looking good. He doesn't seem to really excel in anything except for stamina, hustle, and shot IQ. But he's relatively fast. That's about it, though. I mean, you can actually gather a pretty good amount of information from looking at their current series cards in relation to like what their card is going to be like the next day. And I think Keegan's just going to be one of those, like, he's kind of a master of nothing, but he kind of does everything okay kind of guys. I don't know. It just depends what his shot 3 is. His speed probably going to sit up in the high 70s, I would guess. I just don't know if there's going to be enough to really justify the price point he's probably going to have, dude, because he's going to be the rarest out of the 3 to drop. And the prices on these are going to go up because we're getting closer and closer to Cade. But they have to be original owners to get Cade, so it's like, I don't know, man. You know, at the end of the day, it's tough to say. His jumper is really going to seal a lot of this card. He's got the Joel Embiid dribble style. That's what's up. I think I just called him Joe Embiid, but you know what it is. Then we got Dyson Daniels. He's 6'6" with a 6'9" wingspan, which I swear to God he was 6'8" last 2K. 2K just cannot get this stuff right, man. Got his own jump shot on quick, so that should be really interesting. Michael Jordan dribble style, so he's going to move really well. Dame's behind the back. Oh, man. Okay, Dyson Daniels might be a monster. Once again, not going to be shooting. Not going to be like a master of really anything particularly, but he's going to be big and he's going to be fast. And apparently he's 6'6" this year. So I'm not really sure what that's all about, honestly. Like, I really don't know. Can someone please answer me why I see DBG and Ty Debo videos in the corner of 2KDB? Like, I just need to know what the reasoning. I guess I can ask them, I guess, but you know, I just want to know what it is. I'm trying to throw myself down there. You know, I would like some coverage. It is what it is. Dyson Daniels is going to be one of those cards that's going to be super overhyped, and I'm not certain that he's going to justify that hype. If you're on current gen, on next gen, he's going to mash everybody's face in. Like, Dyson Daniels will be the only effective counter to people running like Ja Morant, any of the trophy case guys, or like Damian Lillard on next gen. Current gen, I'm not sure. If he can rim run well enough, he might be kind of nasty. We don't have anything for Livingston. I don't believe we have a Sean Livingston, so I don't know what jump shot they're going to give him, but I wouldn't be shocked to see him have like Patrick Beverley's release, just so you're aware. So let's go take a look at these guys in freestyle really quick. All right, so we're going to start with Chris Middleton because Chris Middleton is just the easiest for me to get to. Chris Middleton's release is honestly cash. Like, even if I'm not going to be greening it, like, it is cash. It's got a very defined release point, kind of in the middle as far as like slow and fast, like, but very easy to time as far as like where you're going to release it. Once you get it down, you basically, when he smacks his head with the ball, essentially is where you're going to release it. Bam. Like, that's it. He's going to boop, touch his head, release. Boop, touch his head, release. Now, it's going to be a jump shot that I will say will be easier, or on the easier side to contest, because it is a little bit lower. Granted, he is big if you're running him at the shooting guard. I'm not sure there are too many shooting guards that are going to be able to contest him, and it is a bit on the slow side as far as the green window, and I do have it on early right now. So, you know, it's not the greatest release in the world, but his combo, like, he's going to have probably gold or possibly even Hoff guard up, which is going to be huge for him. And I think he's going to be one of those cards that could potentially, for the right playstyle, revolutionize the playstyle. Like, if you're someone who shoots a lot of contested threes, it's very possible that Chris Middleton might be one of those guys that you might need to have on your squad, like, straight up. He's going to play better at the small forward than he is at the shooting guard. I mean, obviously you're not going to have the height advantage there, but he's going to be a lockdown defender, and he's going to be just absolutely lethal off catch and shoots. Like, are you going to be out here trying to ISO it up with Chris Middleton? No. Looking at his leaner, pretty easy to time as well. So let's take a look at some other guys real quick here. Let's do Jalen Green since we're right here anyway. Jalen Green looks kind of tiny, but there's a lot of people who run Marcus Smart as their shooting guard, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. He should kind of move really well. His jump shot, I don't know how I feel about it. It's not the fastest thing in the world. It's also not the slowest, and it's kind of hard to find the exact release point, I'll be honest. Like, just doing the eyeball test, kind of hard exactly to tell where he released it. Well, I got contested by the ball, okay, but it's not horrible. It's just not great. Like, you're not going to be running Jalen Green and expecting just greatness over here. It's not bad, though. Like, it's just not the greatest. With the kind of bevy of shooting guards that are available, it's hard to really say one way or the other if he's going to be worth this pretty high price tag. Like, being that he's probably going to be just as expensive as like guys like Oladipo, and at the absolute minimum, he's going to be like a little bit cheaper than someone like a Danny Green or like a Marcus Smart, right? Because those guys are sitting between 25 and 30K, which at the lowest end, that's what you're going to be getting for Jalen Green. You know what I mean? Jason Richardson would also be like right around that price point as well. He's at like 45 or something, which is probably pretty accurate as far as Jalen Green. We'll see his badges. His jump shot isn't terrible. I don't do movement and stuff like that with the cards when I go to do this because I'm just not sure. But his jump shot, it's very middle of the road for me. Let's see who else. We got Shayden Sharpe, who's got his jump shot on slow, so this should be abysmal. The player build's nice, though. It is. And his jump shot on slow is relatively fast. Like, for a jump shot on slow, it's fast. Pretty interesting release, not the greatest for sure. I mean, it's definitely still slow. Obviously, the thing is on slow, but for it being on slow timing, it's not half bad timing-wise, like speed-wise. Kind of hard to tell exactly where you're supposed to release this thing. I'll be honest, it is. It's also because it's on slow, so the release timing is going to be weird for sure. That was somehow late. I don't know what that was about. It's got like a 61.3 or something, so it's not ideal out here. It'll be better tomorrow, especially with the jump shot timing on normal. But yeah, I'm not really too stoked on the jump shot regardless. From the mid range, it's solid, dude. Honestly, it is. Look at that. His leaner is solid as well. It's kind of easier to time, honestly, almost like. It's kind of more defined as far as like where you want to release it at. Off the catch and shoot seems a little aggressive for sure, but not bad. I mean, it's greenable is what I will say. Obviously, it's going to make a difference. I really wish that they would allow us to put like, if they're going to make this new implementation of this shooting system, at least let us put like defenders in freestyle so I could like practice and shoot around with like defenders in my face. And not like the CPU is ever letting me get this wide open anyway, you know? The CPU or another player is not letting me get this open, so there it is. That's not it. All right, one more time. Bam, that's it. That's super late somehow. How I laid a very late jump shot is crazy, but you know, it'd be like that, I guess. All right, that's early. Now let's try out, I think we just got Keegan Murray and Dyson Daniels left, so let's try those guys out real quick. Keegan doesn't really look all that big, honestly. No hot zones. The release, decent, very decent. He's got like a very, I guess the best way I could describe it, he's got like a very stretch big kind of release, like very similar to the releases in the past from guys like, don't want to say Anton Jameson, but like early game Jamesons and early game Lamar Odoms kind of have this release. Kind of reminds me of Brook Lopez base a little bit with the actual timing of it. He releases it at a weird point. He's got a weird gather up animation, like as you can tell too. Like he brings it down super low and then pops it up. Like that's probably going to be an issue. But yeah, I don't think he's going to be the greatest. I think he's going to be kind of mid, dude, honestly. He'll be like a pretty mid card. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe after he's like fully evoed, he might be fire. But this jump shot kind of sucks. If I'm being honest, for me anyway. You might like it though. Like who knows? I'm just not a big fan. Dyson Daniels is not going to be shooting. That's kind of the whole point of Daniels, really. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but the whole point is not to shoot. But the jump shot is nasty though, very fast, and he's big and he's quick. He looks a wee bit bigger. No, I mean he looks about 6'6". He looks smaller than Keegan. For sure. Keegan's 6'8", and he does look smaller than Keegan, so his player build at 6'6" is accurate. The jump shot is clean, though. Like, Dyson Daniels has a nasty release. Why his jump shot's on quick, but then homie Shayden Sharpe is over here on slow for some reason, also begs the question, are there very slow jump shots in the game? Because it's like, that's kind of funny if there are. I'm gonna have to like do my career stuff and just see if I could put a jump shot on very slow, because that's honestly super funny. But no, this release is straight nasty. Is it the easiest to green? No, but it's fast. And like at this point, when you're trying to get threes off without getting contested, yeah, I mean, you could see a lot of, ooh, yeah, this is pretty nice. Let's check the leaner. Leaner's on the slower side for sure. I mean, considering I held it for like a whole second that time, it's still very early. Yeah, the leaner is definitely on a little bit of a slower timing, but at the same time, like Dyson Daniels off the catch and shoot, straight up lethal for the jumper. Like, this is nice, dude. I would love somebody that isn't Dyson Daniels to have this jump shot. And I'm not saying Dyson Daniels is going to suck or that I won't be using Dyson Daniels. What I'm saying is this jump shot is so good, I would have this on really anyone around his size. Like, if you gave Dyson Daniels, or yeah, if you gave Dyson Daniels base to like Danny Green or Batum, oh my God, if they gave it to Batum, people wouldn't even grind for Scotty. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, that's how good this jumper is. Like, he's not going to be shooting, and obviously you can't give him badge upgrades, but it's a good release. It's pretty easy to time, pretty easy to tell where he's releasing it from. Once you start to get the timing on it, it's going to be nice. Like, straight up. You might need to pick up Dyson Daniels tomorrow. Like, you might. This dude might be kind of game breaking. Like, no lie. I'm not going to start screeching about how the game's dead or we got like a meta card too early or something, but like, I mean, if this man has like even, I don't know, dude, with this three-pointer, it's like relatively easy to green. I don't even want to see this with like an 80 three-pointer. That would be horrible, dude. He's not going to have any shooting badges, though. That's going to be the key. But honestly, with a release this good, if you can green this consistently, he doesn't really need to have any shooting badges. Honestly, I feel like his like release point is kind of weird though, or not his release point, but it's just like I feel like the earlies are weird with Dyson Daniels. Like sometimes I'm releasing them at the exact same point, and it's like a laser. Other times I'll be releasing them at the same point, and it's just got the most arc you've ever seen in your life. But no, this jump shot is sick. Like this is a dude to watch out for tomorrow for sure. Let's go take a look at the market though. I am kind of freaked out about this whole Dyson Daniels situation because I didn't realize his jump shot was going to be this heat. I really didn't. So looking at the market, I mean, we're not going to see anything dropping price-wise, I don't think. I can't think of anything or anyone that really would at this point. Maybe Oladipo, but it doesn't even look like that's really happening, honestly. Like, I don't think we see anyone really drop. I mean, pretty much every card's universally up in value. I mean, Ben Wallace was like 35K like a week and a half ago, and now he's 55 at the absolute lowest. Like Vince Carter, the pink diamonds, it's weird because it's like the PDs haven't seemed to really go up that much. But like the diamonds did. Like Zion's pretty much chill. Oladipo hasn't moved too much, but some of the other ones have. Like Paul Pierce is pretty much the same price, but when you look at like the intensity pack, pretty much all the intensity guys went up in price, like almost double. Like Marcus Smart, for instance, was, I mean, he's always kind of hovered around 20, 25, but I feel like the weekend he came out, I got mine for like 18, and now he's up almost 30,000 MT, which is crazy. I feel like Tyson Chandler even is like up there in price, which I think is kind of wild. The best time to sell guys who are a buyout, by the way, is early in the day on weekdays. The first 2 weekdays, Monday and Tuesday, you can make decent profit because there's definitely some sweat lords out that'll buy those cards for sure. I don't think anyone's specifically going to fall in value due to these releases, outside of existing shades of guys. Like honestly, not even these cards, because I feel like these guys don't fall. Richardson might be the only one that might take like a price dip off of this. Like really, I don't think anyone else is. All these guys are expensive, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference what goes on here, but I don't know. I just don't trust that the market's really going to fall until like we start to get more consistent pack drops. Like, you know what I mean? I mean, dude, Diamond Steph's still 100K, which is wild to me. That's crazy, dude. Zach LaVine is 100K. That's nuts, dude. The market is so high. People keep wanting to blame it off the fact that there aren't contracts anymore, which is just not accurate. But as always, you know your boy Cheap Loots will be here opening packs tomorrow, even though I shouldn't. It's a tradition. So definitely stop by tomorrow during the pack opening. I probably will have no luck and pull absolutely anything. But you know what? It's all good. I'll be ranting about all the guys who go on Twitter with their 5 PD pulls that they somehow got every single week. I don't understand how that happens, but whatever. Drop a like on this video, you know, subscribe to the channel. You want to support your boy, there's a donation link in the description. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And check me out on the Our Team podcast this week, man.